Thanks so much.
So I don't have any more questions for you, but if you have any more questions or if you have any specific questions that you would want to ask me, please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. I want to know your English journey because we live in
Ah,
India only. So, and right, you have achieved a good level. So, how did you achieve this level?
okay. So for me, it was not a separate journey. Um, I'll just let you know a little bit about me. I have studied in an English medium school throughout. So my grammar and my interest towards the English language was there since I was a child. Okay. I always liked the language. But when I came to college, I have done hospitality management or hotel management as it is better known as. So when I came to college, I realized I was great with grammar, but my spoken English was very dicey. I was not confident speaking in front of people. I was not confident in framing articulate sentences. That's when I started putting in the effort to be fluent, because in the hospitality industry we had to talk to people from around the world. The guests could be from
Right.
anywhere, right? So that's when I started putting in that effort. And a few things that I did was, number one, I started thinking in English. That was my first step. Okay. When I say thinking in English, like we have 1,000 thoughts in our mind throughout the day, right? So instead of thinking them in our mother tongue, my mother tongue is Bengali. So instead of thinking them in Bengali, I started thinking or talking to myself in English. That was number one. Next, I started speaking as much English as possible with my friends. Because I was in college, I was living in a hostel, I had my friends around me. So we started conversing in English because all of us had to prepare for our interviews, right? Number three, I also started watching a lot of English content. When I say English content, we would watch movies, a lot of English movies. Every day, one movie. That was the deal for all of us in our college time. Okay, so we would sit down for dinner, we would watch one movie, and then we would go off to sleep. Not before that. That was our routine. And number four, I had always been doing a lot of reading, but I continued my reading habit even in college. So even after school, I continued my reading habit. I do not like to read non-fiction. I am a fond of fiction. I like novels, I like stories, and that is what I used to read. I used to finish one novel a week. That's how my track had been. Okay. So that's why I keep telling all my students, if you really want this journey to be interesting and if you want this journey to be easy for you, you cannot expect that you will just watch 4 videos of others discussing or speaking or giving you tips and you will be fluent in the language. That is practically not possible. You have to put in the effort. It is like playing a sport. Since you spoke about sport, you cannot watch videos or you cannot watch cricket and become a cricketer. You have to play. Only then you will be able to learn the sport. Similarly, for the language also, you have to put in that effort. You have to surround yourself with the language, and you will see it is becoming easy for you to converse and to express yourself with the English language.
Very true, ma'am. You made it interesting, and it's not showing that you are doing something unnecessary, extra on your. You don't did not have extra burden on your mind. You made it interesting because everyone watch movies, series. Everyone used to
Correct.
listen song, listening to song. So you made
Correct.
it really interesting. And ma'am, my last question, and tell me the importance of physical health and mental health. It's also important.
Absolutely. It is extremely important. And for me, if you ask my personal opinion, I would say physical health and mental health are the most important things for you and for the people who are around you, for your loved ones, right? If you are not physically fit or if you're not mentally fit, you cannot take care of anyone else. You cannot do your job. You cannot pay attention to your work, and you cannot give the love and attention that your loved ones need, right? So first of all, it is very important. Like if you have ever gone into an aircraft, you would see people will say in the air hostesses will tell you that in case of an emergency, always take your oxygen mask first and then help
Right.
your co-passengers, right? So health and your mental health and your physical health is like that. You first take care of yourself. When you are absolutely fit, you can take care of others around you, right? So very important to be focused on a balanced life. Work is important. um, Having fun is important, and similarly paying attention to your health, paying attention to your mental health and physical health, both are equally important. So I would say it's important to give equal attention to all spheres of your life.
It's very true, ma'am. I agree with you.
I'm glad that you agree with that, and I'm very happy to see that you are doing things that way. That you can pay attention to yourself and you take care of your family. You have understood the responsibility of having kids. I think that's a fantastic way to go about in life, and I wish you all the very best, Vishal.
Thank you so much, ma'am.